you can be a wood cheerleader for wood, of all the great things wood can do, but also wood can hurt you. Jesus was nailed to a wooden cross, and you can get a splinter, and you can
I like how you go from Jesus was crucified on a wooden cross, or you could get a splinter, as if either of those things are in any way comparable. Hello and welcome back to the Croak and Crow podcast. I am Spencer Cartier.
I'm a cigarette girl.
And this here is Frank, whose birthday it is.
Happy birthday, Frank.
Happy birthday, Frank.
Happy Manufacturing Day.
Oh. That's what we just should call every birthday.
Yeah.
Happy Manufacturing Day. Hope your warranty is not expired.
Exactly.
What's going on, guys? It's been a long time since we last spoke. Last Friday, to be exact.
Yes.
If you guys did not watch last Friday's podcast, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, follow our Instagram, guys. 2 Fridays ago, we had a Bible draft.
Yes.
In the Bible draft, we both picked Bible books.
Yeah.
33 each. And every day on Instagram, we are picking a verse out of those books. Mm-hmm. I pick one, you pick one. And we let the people vote on which one inspires them more.
Very easy poll.
Very easy poll. And obviously, we're not saying to say this one's good and this one's not good. But in that day that you're looking at it, which one means something to you a little more?
Right.
And it could be changing. It could be forever changing. One day.
Well, that's the thing. It's like a Bible verse. It's a Bible book pageant.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Because when there's a pageant, right, and then there's Miss Uruguay, there might be other Miss Uruguays. There might be other there might be other Uruguayan women who are better, but she's not on the stage. So these verses are representing that book at this time, and they're on the stage, and you have to vote. Yeah.
So it's been going on now. We're 4th day in. Fifth day. So if you don't already follow us at Croak and Crow on Instagram, follow us and check out the poll every single day
for the stories
for the next probably 100 days.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get down to
they're close.
They're always close.
Yeah, they're very close.
Yeah, I believe yesterday's was Daniel was the book I picked.
Yes.
And your book was Revelation. So
Revelation with no S on the end. Really? Yeah, because when I was typing it out, I said it said Revelation, and
Book of Revelation.
And I said, no, it's Revelations, because that's what everyone says. And then I looked it up, and it was like, no, it's Revelation. Oh. So that was a revelation to me.
Oh, it was. So yeah, check it out, guys. It's fun. Get involved, get inspired, and let's just Bible verse it up.
Yeah.
But what else? It's March. It's not. It's April.
It's April. I have on 16 hats.
16 hats. Every day of Lent, you're adding another hat.
Yeah.
And you're
not every day of Lent, because I
every podcast of Lent.
Right.
You are adding a hat.
The balance is a talent.
Yeah.
That I'm getting.
Yeah.
Because this is not previous podcasts I've had party hats that had strings.
Yeah.
This is completely balanced.
Yeah, before that we started this, it was kind of like a gag. Mm-hmm. You're adding hats for Lent. You're supposed to do something that sacrifice. And the first 3 days, ever since then, it's become quite the. It's become quite the feat to add hats. And you know what else? Once you're done this Lent, you're probably gonna have better posture. You're practicing posture.
It's true. I'm practicing posture. It is something that I'm doing physically, and like you said, it's kind of like tongue in cheek, but it is something out of the ordinary. So I have to stack the hats, because they're not always even the same hats. Look at the other podcasts; you're going to see I have different hats on.
Yeah,
I'm kind of going heavy on the baseball caps right now, but. So I have to pick it, then I have to, construct it so that it could stay on. Then I have to balance it for the duration of the podcast.
Yeah.
And I never forget it's there. Like, actually, this hat right now keeps creeping over my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't forget it's there. I feel the weight, which, I was just looking at Instagram, the tefillin. I don't know how to say it, but it's the Jewish box on a strap.
Yeah, where they wrap it around their arm.
Yeah, they wrap it around their arm, or I think their hand. And it's really kind of ridiculous looking, but it does have to do with keeping yourself in mind. It like keeps
mindfulness. Why you have it on your arm.
Right.
You always feel it there and you're like, oh,
right.
God.
And so this is very mindful for me to remember that I'm doing it just as an expression in Lent.
And I think that's the thing. I mean, obviously you can do whatever you want for Lent or not practice Lent. Mm-hmm. It's really a personal thing about, doing something, in solidarity with all of that Jesus did for us on earth. That's the whole point of it starting on Ash Wednesday and ending on
I have to stop
Easter.
Shaking my head in agreement because I'm feeling
just shake your eyes, look up and down. And so there's a lot of things that we do, myself included, that we can forget even why we're doing it, because a lot of the time it's for us. I'm going to go to the gym every day in Lent.
Right.
I'm not going to eat junk food.
Yeah.
And it's like, even though it's good, it sometimes doesn't equate 1-to-1 to remembering why you're doing it.
Right.
When you have 16 hats stacked on your head, there's quite literally no reason except for the fact that it's Lent.
I know.
So that's good.
I'm going to feel very lightheaded at the end.
Lightheaded.
Well, I will.
I get it.
I'm a cigarette girl.
Yeah, what is that?
Cigar. Hold on.
Is that someone?
Cigarette.
They're offering cigarettes?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a little outdated.
Very outdated. In the olden days,
the days of old,
you'll see in Hollywood movies, they would have like usually a strap holding a tray around a wooden tray in front of them, and they have their cigars and cigarettes, cigarette, and walk around the bar or the speakeasy if it was
pre-prohibition, which by the way, we'll get to that.
You can say it.
Oh, so today is New Beer's Eve. Or something of the sort.
Oh, like New Year's Eve. I just got that.
Yeah, New Beer's Eve. And so tomorrow is New Beer's Day.
Okay.
Like New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Which is April 7th, 19, who cares, was the day that Prohibition was ended.
Okay.
And so obviously, I guess people are so excited about the holiday, they said we want an Eve for it as well.
Yeah.
So today,
the best holidays.
It's representing. So I guess today you shouldn't drink.
Well, you can't. It's illegal.
It's still illegal. All right. So, and then tomorrow do your celebrating. I'm sure Frank will.
Yeah, the biggest holidays have eves because
it's like it's
the anticipation.
It's a holiday so nice you want to celebrate it twice.
Right.
That's what I say.
And also time zones,
Yeah. So yeah, but what was I going to say about the cigarette girls?
Should go around. Okay, I'm sure they still have, or maybe not. Do they still? No, not the cigarettes.
Oh, like hors d'oeuvres?
No, like roses.
Roses.
Do people still do that?
Walking around the bar with a tray of roses?
They don't do that.
Tell me why they would.
Because you scam a boy into, and that's sexist. Maybe you can scam anybody, but you're scamming a guy who's been drinking.
That's sexist, but you're scamming a guy.
Guys can just mean girls or boys or none and anything. You're scamming a guy who's been drinking to buy a rose for a gal at obviously an up. The price is too high.
Yeah.
So okay, so you're saying that's not happening anymore, but the people used to walk around in bars and you'd have roses and you'd go up and when you see a guy talking to a girl, or you could see two girls talking or two boys anyway, and you'd say, "Do you want to buy a rose?" The girl or
looks
boy,
at you like,
yeah, like I don't know, like if he's going to. And then it's like, yeah, sure. And I don't remember, it was like $5 or something for one rose. And then it's like, here,
Here, just take it.
You can have the rose. And you're like, oh my God, that's so stupid. But yeah, like the rose person was making money. I don't know. Philadelphia in the 90s. I don't know. Like what's happening now.
I want to bring it back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be the rose guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course. I actually wanted to be the rose person, too, because I realized the scam.
Yeah. You saw right through it.
I did.
Oh, I'm bringing that back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to walk around with a tray of roses.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, you're going to buy
Yeah, you act real
rose?
innocent. No, you don't bully them. You act real innocent.
You better buy this girl a rose.
No, you act innocent. Like you'll go like, oh, like, do you, and then it's like, oh, we're not together. And then it's like, oh, I'm sorry. You guys look so cute together. It's like a whole scam.
That's so weird.
But the cigarette girl was like that. She was probably the precursor. And she walked around with a tray of cigars and cigarettes, and you walk up to people and you say, cigar, cigarette. Like Lucy's, you're only buying one. You're not buying packs of cigarettes.
Yeah. So even if you're giving a whole 5 cents back in the day.
Right.
It was like, whoa.
So, of course, you're at that time, especially everyone's drinking and you are like, yeah, give me, definitely, because you can smoke inside. And,
well, so that's my question. Back in the day, how did, like, maybe it's my young, innocent brain being alive in such a nice time. How could people stand being inside anywhere? I remember I went into one place, a little divey place that allowed smoking. I was in there all about 5 minutes before I had to leave because my eyes were on fire and I wanted to throw up.
It's so interesting.
And like before, I mean, I even remember as a kid, it was in the transitionary phase where restaurants, when you go into a restaurant, you smoking or not. Obviously, way back in the day, it was you can smoke anywhere. Then it was smoking and non-smoking.
Yeah.
But how did was everyone just so accustomed to it being awful?
So accustomed. Because when you're even talking now, I am remembering being in extremely smoky places, but I never felt like
thought about it.
I never felt like you said like you want to throw up and your eyes were burning. It was just like, wow, it's like really smoky. Like my mom used to
and I sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, and I guess just like almost like you attribute it like, oh, it smells like a bar in here.
Yes.
Not even saying, why does this bar smell like cigarettes?
Yes. Yeah, when you would come back from clubs and bars, like your whole outfit.
Like when you go to a bonfire?
Yeah, your whole, into all your hair and your clothes and everything.
You go to sleep. I'd have to like shower as soon as I got home.
Completely.
Not that I don't not shower as soon as I get home.
It's completely cigaretted. My mom used to bowl. And so maybe if you go to a bar, you would have like expectations of like, oh, this is what's happening. But she was on like an older ladies bowling league.
Yeah.
In the afternoon.
Yeah.
And it was so smoky. You know how bowling alleys have like those low ceilings?
Yeah.
And it was a tournament. So it was like all the lanes are filled and no windows. Think of a bowling alley, it's like a bunker. Just completely like as if you were being tortured, like just completely filled with smoke.
It's so funny how times change so quickly because now it would be like so inconsiderate, even if like you were in a car.
Yeah. And
so like with the windows open and someone's like, can I smoke? It's like, can you wait?
I know.
Can you wait till we get to where we're going?
Yeah. I was in the supermarket yesterday. Somebody must have smoked in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it was so odd, Yeah. I smelled it and I was just like someone was smoking in here? Like, oh my gosh. Like what?
Yeah.
Even when you go outside, they say go this far away from you can't even be smoking near the building. Like you need to go far.
Yeah.
From the building. Yeah. So I grew up with it. People smoked on planes. People smoked in hospitals.
Planes are recirculating air.
People smoked everywhere. And everyone said, and this because this was before the science of secondhand smoke. So everyone said, well, I'm not smoking. What does it matter?
Yeah.
And I can't tell you what to do. Once the science of secondhand smoke came out, everything changed because you were killing waitresses who didn't want to smoke,
children at restaurants sitting in their little high chairs.
Yeah.
Well, hey, to each his own, but I guess
so. I'll be the candy cigarette girl.
Okay. Well, you can just be the rose girl. I don't think roses kill.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I might start doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that or selling drugs. They gotta make money somehow.
Well, the drugs, you get arrested for, but the roses.
I'm sure the roses now. People, like, I feel like back in the day, you could sell anything. Now it's like, I feel like the bar owner will be like, hey, quit soliciting in my bar.
It depends on what kind of bar you're at. But I just thought of something. If you wanted to sell drugs and roses, you could
put it in the petals.
Well, yeah, like if the person knew.
So
like
they'll ask for a white rose,
and you have
give
red.
Them a rose with a little white stuff inside.
Right, and then you're like, it'd be some sort of code.
Yeah,
and then.
Yeah. Do you watch Euphoria?
Yes.
On the first season, the two drug dealers, they would go to the carnival every year, and they had a little pretzel stand.
Right.
And they were handing out raffle tickets, and then you'd say a code if you wanted.
Okay.
And so when they gave you the pretzel, there's he would give you like a yellow raffle ticket if you know. You know what?
I'm glad you brought this up, and I know we're losing time, but I just have to say this, and maybe somebody could help me. Speaking of codes, I don't know if I told you this already. Speaking of codes and mysteries and people in the know, but other people don't know. No. I think there's something going on with the lost dog posters. Did I tell you this?
Vaguely familiar, but I don't know.
There's lost dog posters on poles.
Yeah.
All the posters look the same. They have like a
lot of dogs look similar.
The dogs look very stock photoed.
Okay.
Sometimes the dogs look too expensive to have been lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, like, how does everyone know how to make the same poster?
Interesting.
I see the posters around. Okay. Now I'm tempted, but I'm a little nervous to call the number and be like, I'll help you find your dog, just to feel them out to see if there's something going on.
Yeah.
Because in Philadelphia, they do put signs on poles that, depending what it says, it might say free couch, or it might say, I'll help you move. People in the know that's just the number for the drug dealer.
Yeah.
I hope I don't get in trouble for this.
Ooh.
But I'm telling you that something's going on with those lost dog posters.
You're going to get everyone calling these lost dog posters, and like, you just get this poor person who lost their little Bichon Frise is going to be like, have you seen Scrappy?
Do you have any weed? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Guys?
Yeah, I found Scrappy. Where should I meet you to give him over?
Listen, I don't know. Or maybe it could be human trafficking, because I also saw on LinkedIn, it had like, when you're trying to get a job, and it said like, help me find my dog on LinkedIn.
You mean Indeed?
Indeed. What's LinkedIn?
LinkedIn is like Facebook for professionals.
Okay, it's not LinkedIn. It was Indeed. And it said, help me find my dog. We're all meeting tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're meeting to put me in the van.
Okay. We should get to the bottom.
It's Conspiracy Wednesday.
Croak and Crow turn into a PI team?
We could be like, no, that sounds very, what is that thing when people make stuff up? Conspiracy. We can't be a conspiracy channel. All right. But I don't know. Keep it in your mind about the dogs. Maybe you should cut that out. I don't know.
I'm not.
I don't want to seem crazy. I have 16 hats on. Now I'm saying the tinfoil one will have to be, this will be tomorrow. Tinfoil hat.
Listen, hey, you never know. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of codes we don't know.
Yeah, well, just be aware. If someone says, help me find your dog, be like,
show me multiple pictures of him in different angles.
Right? Different outfits.
Different outfits. All right, guys, that's enough of that. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday we have a little thing called One Word.
I got mixed up.
One Word Wednesday. And what we do on One Word Wednesday is we pick a word, like dog or poster or drugs.
Conspiracy.
Wake up, people. And we talk about something like
oh my God, we should have done that. That every word we've picked up to now, when you put it together,
it's a full sentence of like,
it would be a paragraph by now.
Help me.
Yeah.
I am here against my own will. Frank has cameras in his eyes.
Guys, go back and sit and put it. Maybe we did. Go check all our One Word Wednesdays.
Do you guys know Morse code? I hope the camera's good enough to catch my blinks. All right, guys, this is One Word Wednesday. We talk about metaphorical and spiritual significance in words. If everything was created by God, it means everything has a little, fingerprints.
Yes.
Or snowflakes.
Yes.
Or
snowflake fingerprints.
Snowflakes and fingerprints. Everyone has a little imprint that makes it special.
Different. Yep.
Well, then why is words not the same thing?
They are.
I'll tell you what it is. So today we're going to pick a word. We're going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really it.
That's really it.
It's what you see is what you get. It's as simple as that. So the word for the day is
wood.
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 Would you like me to talk about wood?
WOULD.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
I don't know the next part. Is it just repeating back?
Yeah, it's a would chuck 7 times. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wood. Okay.
So
Noah's Ark. The Bible talks about specific types of wood quite often.
It really does. Yeah. Cypress and acacia.
Yeah, acai. I think it's actually National Acai Day. So
is it really?
Yeah.
Isaiah 44.
Isaiah 44.
So we read the book. Go and watch the Dr. Seuss Friday. We read a book on Friday, and it talked about the Grinch was trying to sell the Hoobub a piece of string, and saying this string is so useful, and the sun is not. And so it was really a thinker. You could get your mind around it. So Isaiah 44 kind of reminded me of that book when I was reading it. If you go to around verse 14 and then just read a few of those lines, and it's talking about wood, right? And it's saying that you can use it for burning for fuel, and you can warm yourself, and you can bake bread, and you can. So it's really, up talking the benefits of wood.
Up the wood.
But then it says, and you can make an idol out of it. So Isaiah 44 is that particular part is talking about God saying how silly to worship these things on earth as idols. You don't don't do that. Like just one true God, and these things, and it can't be debated. Look at all the good that wood can do. But once you start to idolize
how much
it,
wood can do. If wood could do wood.
Once you start to idolize it,
yeah.
How useless is that?
Yeah.
So it can have all of these benefits, but it still is just a piece of material on earth. So that's just the Bible side of it. But wood, I mean, literally, we don't have enough time in one podcast to talk about wood because it changes properties, and it's,
Well, I'm going to tell you this.
Okay.
About what you just said there about it's talking about the wood, like, oh, wood's great, but it's like we're not supposed to idolize things.
Right.
Is that what you're sort of saying?
Yeah.
I think that comes down to usefulness, does it not? Is that not the difference of idolization versus appreciation and benefit? So you have wood and you use it to burn for heat, for cooking, you use it to build a house.
Right.
It's useful. If you make a wooden totem and you worship the wood,
right,
that's the problem, because like that's what you're supposed to be worshiping God. And are people not the same? Like, is that what false idols are? Where they're not being like, and as are ourselves, where it's like, I think we're a part of why we're here is to be useful.
Yeah,
is to provide use.
Right.
To be selfless is being selfless, not providing use. And then what is idolization? Is not providing use and just looking at you are just great for being you.
Right.
We will worship you not because of the use. You're not building a fire in my heart. You're not building walls of security in my life.
Right.
You are a wooden statue of a man.
Right.
How was that?
That was good. And it's interesting, when we idolize people.
Yeah.
We get upset when the idol acts in a way that's not perfect.
Yeah.
And so the wood can be, you can be a wood cheerleader for wood, of all the great things wood can do, but also wood can hurt you. Jesus was nailed to a wooden cross, and you can get a splinter, and you can.
I like how you go from Jesus was crucified on a wooden cross, or you could get a splinter, as if either of those things are in any way comparable.
They're not. That's crazy.
Two worse things.
Stop.
Crucifixion and splinters.
Oh my gosh, I have to pee.
You're really leaving? Okay, she's going and balancing her hats to go to the bathroom. We're going to take a short intermission break. And we are back. All right, so wood.
Okay, let me get my thoughts. Do you know about a wooden Indian?
No.
Okay. So under one of my hats here, I have, dare I expose it? Can you see that one?
Yeah, it's the Chicago Blackhawks logo.
It's not.
It
is. Sorry. I was thinking of, wait, how can I not shut? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
One of
it's hockey.
Is that still their logo?
Yeah, I just looked it up because I found this hat. I'm looking all around the house to get hats, and I find this hat, and I said, oh, I thought it was the other one. What's the one? Was it football that they stopped doing?
Yeah.
Or
no, it was baseball.
Baseball.
The Indians. So
right, this is the Blackhawks. Is that what you said? NHL, and it's still the logo.
Well, technically, I mean, it makes more sense than the other one. So like,
okay,
the Indians baseball team was a caricature drawing,
okay,
which was insensitive.
Right.
The Washington. What are
Redskins?
they now? No,
they changed it.
They're now the Washington Commanders.
Okay.
Were the Washington Redskins. And
okay.
although it was more of an accurate depiction of a Native American, just the name soiled the image.
Right.
But the Chicago Blackhawks is a more of an
actual tribe name.
image with an actual name. So,
right.
I mean, will it be there forever? Who knows? But
right.
it's the least insensitive,
right.
at least. And Chicago, the area is obviously very affluent to Native American tribes in the past.
Right.
But who knows?
So I saw that and I said, oh. But anyway, that's a picture of an American Indian, Native American. And the wooden Indian is, they used to be these huge carved wooden statues outside of cigar shops. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, like carved out of like tree trunks, like all in one piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're called the wooden Indian, and there's also there's in sayings you would say like, oh, like a wooden Indian, meaning like a poker face, because obviously he's standing there like that. But they do find it offensive because Native Americans are known to smoke ceremonially. Yeah. So this marketing program was to be like, smoking is Native American, but it's not. And then I do believe that the cigarette culture itself was not great for Native Americans, so they don't like it. And whatever. But it just reminded me of a wooden Indian. You said totem. I don't know. I'm going crazy. I didn't. And my hat. You did. You said if you were to make a totem out of it and just like
like a totem pole.
It triggered my mind. Yeah.
What is that? What region does that come out of? Hawaiian?
Oh, like a Polynesian. I'm not sure.
I don't know. So wood. What about wood?
Thank you, Hashem, for the versatility of it.
Yeah, no. So I mean, even go back to the Isaiah verse. Wood is such a useful material. Like I would compare it, like, besides food.
Oh, right? Yeah, you took architecture and
I
right?
did, yeah.
Design, and it's such a warm, soft substance, right?
Well, yeah,
for floors and walls
and just in the sense, like I feel like we talk about water a lot as like its usefulness, and obviously the physical comparison would be food, but wood it's like so necessary for life, and it can be compared. And so I think it's how we started, but I mean it can how we end is just the usefulness of wood,
right?
And how it provides all of these physical things for us, which is cooking, heating, and shelter,
right?
Which obviously you can compare any of those things to, like spirituality and just living life and this usefulness. And I keep going back to that word because I think that's what you can take out of like things like this, and that is what we are kind of meant to be. That and I was just thinking about, so wood is a dead tree,
yes,
right? And it's like, in a way, that's kind of symbolic in itself. Like a tree provides life. Right. It provides life. It's the air we breathe. Right. And it's great. And then it has a life cycle. Right. After its life cycle, its wood still provides such use for us. Right. And maybe that's how we can be, like we think that we can do as much as we can on this earth, and we can help people and stuff. But I think we could also think more altruistically and be like, right, what can I provide for this world even after I'm gone? Right. Well, what am I giving? If it's like I'm just a tree, and I'm gonna set myself on fire when I die. Right. So this whole podcast is to not get cremated. Just donate your body to science, like trees. And also, I'm just kidding. You can get cremated. And also, if you don't get cremated and you want to be buried, originally people were buried in wooden boxes. Yeah. And then it got more and more advanced and more sophisticated and more ritzy. Yeah. And it became like a metal box inside of a marble box inside of a, and sealed and everything. People are going back to the wooden box because it's biodegradable. And why do you want to be sealed up? It's really like the perfect example of like the circle of life, is it not? Like just the, providing life and then providing use. And it's not plastic. It's going to deteriorate, right, and break down. You see half broken down trees in the forest all the time. And then what does it do? It becomes mulch for more trees. It's this beautiful idea of this life cycle and it's like one example of what you can just look at as like everything coming full circle, right? And life providing life, and then the other nice thing about it, with it dying in the crate and more trees, is this idea of, like this continuation after.
Yeah.
This use after even you are long gone.
Right.
There's more trees there, and gotta love wood.
Yeah.
I like it more than plastic, I'll tell you that much.
Joseph was a carpenter.
Joseph was a carpenter, or some people debate that. Though.
Really? Why?
Some people say,
son of a carpenter.
Listen. Don't take this. Don't take.
He has
this.
a hammer, or no, not a hammer and a saw. I think in his.
Did you see him?
Depiction.
No, like some scholars wrote an article on how it's more likely he was a mason of some sorts because where they were in the Middle East, there wasn't enough wood to be. You know what? I don't mean to end the podcast on that, but you guys are being lied to. Those dog signs aren't real. Joseph wasn't a carpenter. Where's our tinfoil hats? Put your tinfoil hats
listen,
on.
I think it has something to do with the hat. What happened?
Oh God.
Are we still going?
Yeah.
Listen, I think the hat. People say the tinfoil hat. Are we on?
I don't know. Ow! Hit me on the eye. Ow. Okay.
Are you okay, Spence?
I'm fine.
The devil. Devil's back.
Yeah, okay. What? Joseph was a carpenter. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I don't even know if we're still recording.
I don't know either.
A lot of things are happening. That's our podcast. Come back tomorrow for Walkthrough Thursday. Go Birds. Peace.
Oh my God, Spencer. Are we on?